Hello, welcome to the One I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. Oh, I have the camera. Oh, I'm not doing it the right way. Anyway, well, that's weird. Yeah, I was looking at a picture of my neighbor, but I thought the camera. I thought it was. Never mind. Anyway, I'm not gonna start over. Yeah, I have pictures of my neighbor. I don't care. Whatever. Um. Anyway, well, since I'm not on camera and it's facing my neighbor because I did hit the right button, I'm wearing a a dark blue pullover with a ripped shirt over it. With the, of course, it has a picture of a Korean woman on the front because I'm supporting, music I like. So the I think the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, it's like outside the trial, like there's already violence, and then there's a lot of people saying that because of the violence outside of the courthouse, that the jurors are going to say he's guilty just so there's no riot. If that's what justice has come down to, where you just go guilty or innocent based on whether people are going to riot or not, then what's the point of having a judicial system? It's pointless. So you know, I don't know. It's I just think it's weird that because like the media keeps saying, well, not the media. I'm talking about like independent sources. Well, and there are a few, I guess, reputable media sources, but it's mostly like independent news sources, meaning like not CNN, like non biased news. They're saying, and I don't know how they know this, but like that there's pressure that they're just gonna say guilty, so there's not a riot. But if that's the case, then you'd have to have a mistrial. Like wouldn't a juror go, like, I felt pressured, and then like to just have a mistrial? So either way, they have to say what they well, they don't have to say anything. But if one juror, says I felt pressure, it's gonna be a mistrial because that's not justice. But see, this is a problem when you televise everything. I don't know why we televise court cases. The public does not need to know what's going on in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. I don't understand why cameras are allowed. I mean, are cameras allowed? I mean, once again, I don't know the laws. I do not know the laws. For those of you that want to know the extent of my knowledge of the law, I played a lawyer in a soap opera for 4 episodes. That's the extent of the law I know. Okay, so which means I don't know nothing, basically. But I don't know why it's legal to have court cases broadcast to the public. I mean, what if this is a mistrial and now you have to have another trial and then like the jury pool's tampered because everyone was watching the trial, so everyone has a predetermined idea of what they want. Like they already have a predetermined idea if it's going to be guilty or innocent because they already watched the trial. Like, do they think of that? So like when they have let's say there's a mistrial, are they going to have like another jury pool and go, did you watch the trial? Were you influenced by the trial? Like everyone's been watching this trial. Well, not me, but everyone's been watching this trial. So I just I don't know. Justice doesn't make sense. Which how many times have you heard that? It just doesn't make sense. But either way, this is our right to self defense is on trial right now. And what does one side of the aisle want? One side of the aisle wants to take away that right and take away our guns. The reason why we have guns is to protect ourselves from the tyranny of the government. That's why the public is allowed to have guns. It's to keep the government in check. You can ask George Washington. It was his idea. No, I'm being serious. It was George Washington's idea well, and his friends, those other white guys that helped him. But it was like the citizens have to be armed, so if they have to rise up and stand up against tyranny. Remember, all these people came from tyranny already. But it is what it is. But whatever. I'm not a gun person. I'm just a good-looking person. So, do I really have a stake in all this? No. And if I did have a stick, I don't know because I'm just talking to talk right now. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But anyway, I did want to talk about is Chaeyoung, the rapper in ITZY, not ITZY, fucking Twice. I have ITZY on the brain. Yeah, Twice, the group that's consists of nine women who are very attractive, except for three of them. Yeah, I meant that. But yeah. So one of them, her name is Chaeyoung. She's my favorite member, or I guess used to be. My favorite member of Twice now is Chewy. And the reason why Chewy's my favorite, oh, she's always been my favorite member because she's always been the best looking member. But I liked Chaeyoung because I really like the way she raps. I think she's really talented. But like the best looking one's Chewy, and she's always been the best looking one. You can read comments I left like on Twice videos, like when they first came up back in 2015. I'm talking about how like I want to marry Chewie. And when I mean marry, I just mean like lay on top of her as she does the starfish dance. But Chaeyoung is she has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend I can't pronounce his name. I'm not even gonna try. But he's a tattoo artist, and so Chaeyoung has a bunch of tattoos. And every time she gets a new tattoo, it's like the biggest news story for like couple weeks, and it just makes no sense. The difference between Korean culture and American culture is weird. That a tattoo is actually newsworthy, but it just shows how scrutinized and how meticulous like the media is, and how like the people who like really follow K-pop are. Where like there's like several videos of like Chaeyoung. I hate Korean names. Jae-young's back because she got a tramp stamp. I don't know what it is because I'm not one of those people like I gotta see it because it's like just I don't know. Tattoos are common, so I mean more people. Well, I live in LA. It seems like more people have tattoos than don't have tattoos, and it's like more people have piercings than don't have piercings. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like it's such a it's such a non edgy thing to do. It's almost like more like edgy or standoutish, whatever, to not have tattoos and to not have piercings and to not have crazy dyed hair, you know? And then like when you get the trifecta, when you meet a girl with like crazy dyed hair, tattoos, and piercings, you're like, all right, daddy issues, and like you already know you can do stuff to her. But I just don't think it's news that Chaeyoung got a tattoo on her back when she already has like six, I don't know how many, but like six tattoos, and they're all relatively small, you know. So I don't know. I just wish K-pop. Well, it's not K-pop, so but I just wish the majority of K-pop fans just cared about the music. Like it's really like a soap opera. It's so weird, and also it's the cultural difference in like Japan and Korea. Like these idols, people think that they're dating the idol, which is very strange. Like that's why dating is so frowned upon because it's like, oh, you're supposed to date your fans. Like Sunny from Girls' Generation. I think she's like 32 now, right? How old is Sunny from Girls' Generation? I think she's like 32. But she's the short one. Like she's like the short ugly one. Yeah, I said it. Sunny does not like Sunny should not be an idol. But her uncle is like a high ranking member of SM Entertainment, so of course because of nepotism she's an idol, but she's not good looking. Okay, and I'm not gonna pretend she's good looking. Okay, but I mean she's a above average dancer. She's a great personality and all that jazz. But I mean if her uncle wasn't associated with the record label, she would not be an idol. Okay, that's just how it is. But you know, but anyway, even her, she's supposedly single, and like the last time I saw her interviewed, which is like a couple months ago or whatever. Oh God, was it on Running Man? It might have been on Running Man, but like someone asked her like, "Oh, so do you have a boyfriend?" Because like she's in her 30s. Like once an idol's like in their late 20s, 30s, like you got to give up on like trying to date them because it's not gonna happen. And you know what this girl said? She said, "Oh no, I date my fans. My fans are my boyfriend." I'm like, wow, you sell that. You keep selling that story, but the thing is, I believe her. I really do believe her. You know, like a person like that's not well, because she's like trying to stay relevant. So she's trying to always be on shows and stuff. So so she has more I guess I don't know, cameras on her. So like if she was dating someone, they'd have known by now. Now granted, she does have her own place, but like she's a woman, so I doubt she has a guy in a cage. That she keeps for fun. Not that I would do that or ever have done that, and I never will. You better believe it. As I have a camera pointing at my neighbor. If my neighbor ever found out that I'm doing this, she'd be pissed. The restraining order would like hit the ground faster than lightning coming down from the sky. She would hand me the papers so fast it would break the sound barrier. Be like denied. But anyway, I just I don't know the see I need to be friends with a Korean, like a person who currently lives in Korea, so I can understand the tattoo thing. And you know, different cultures did different places. Just because, tattoos are okay in or common in Thailand and that's an Asian, country, I understand like okay, it's a completely different culture than Korea, but I just think it's weird that just in that area because like I've seen lots of Japanese people with tattoos, and it doesn't seem like a big deal. But I mean, I don't know. And I'm not talking yakuza. I'm just saying I've just seen lots of Japanese people with tattoos, and it doesn't seem like it's a big deal. But for some reason, when a Korean has a tattoo, it's like a news story, man. And at least in the entertainment news, I mean, obviously it doesn't make the SBS, NBC, like 10 p.m. news. Like Cheong has a tramp stamp. No, I mean, but in terms of like the netizens and like social standings, it's like a big deal. So that's something I have to find out why that's a big deal. But I will work on that and I will come back and update you. But as far as I can tell, it's just a I don't know. But I'm American, so I can't even say anything. But it's just a regular tramp stamp, like whatever. And then like she has a boyfriend. But see, the reason why like Chaeyoung having a boyfriend really isn't a big deal because it's like she's not really considered attractive to the Korean populace. So it's like she's not getting like hardcore attention. It's like if Nayeon in Twice had a boyfriend, that would be a big deal because everyone likes her. She's like the most popular member. She's basically she best represents Twice. She's very energetic. She usually has the most singing parts, and it usually starts off most of the songs because she just embodies the the overall feel of the group. She's like the face of the group. Well, she's also the center, but she's also the most talented one. So I actually can't wait for for the next contract renewal because if Neon doesn't resign, we're gonna get some good solo stuff. Cause she could rap too. So like we actually might get a nice complete full album from like a solo artist. That'll be awesome. That's something I'm looking forward to. A Nayoung solo that'd be great. And then like also Jihyo, the leader of Twice, she really wants to be a solo artist, and I can't stand her. She's not attractive at all. She has a nice rack, but that doesn't mean you're pretty. She is definitely not going to resign. You're hearing it here first. When her contract's up, she's not going to resign because she said she wanted to do solo activities, but couldn't because she wasn't allowed because she's in Twice. Okay? So I can picture her leaving because it's like if you want to be a solo artist and you're stuck in a group and the group doesn't allow you to do solo work, you're gonna leave the group. See if JYP was smart, they would have her do a solo thing because now that you have Blackpink and all four of them are getting solos, she's definitely gonna leave Twice because they won't let her make her own solo, which was like whatever. But the thing is, she needs those other eight girls because I mean she's hard to look at. She she just is. I'm just being honest. She has a mom face. And what do you mean? What do you mean she have a? Well, I mean, unless you're I don't know living in the virtual world of Pornhub, most people aren't attracted to their moms. So yeah, she has like a mom face. It's just there's just something about her that's just not attractive. I'm just really. I mean, granted, yeah, she has the most womanly figure, but it's connected to that face. There's just something about her, man. I don't know what it is, but she doesn't know how to. She just doesn't know how to look sexy, I guess. If you remember Twice's first, debut, the first song, what's it called? Like Oh Ah, and they're all in the bus and they're singing down, and then like they have one member in the middle dancing, and they switch members in the middle, and it's like different camera frames or shoots, whatever. And so all the girls are singing different seats each couple of seconds, and then there's that like whatever 3 second period where Jahal's like sitting in like whatever the second seat, and she's just looking at the camera, no expression, her eyes are wide, and she just stands like you're like you look at her, you're like, oh, that's like a troll that belongs under a bridge. Like that's what she looks like. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Jahale. I'm really not. I'm really not. And like Nayeon sings better than her. I mean, that's why Nayeon sings more parts and sings usually the first part, and then she sings the pre-chorus, and then Jaehyun would sing the chorus. But the thing is, Nayoung can sing the chorus too. Like okay, Jaehyun might be a better singer, but the thing is, the types of songs that Twice sings, Nayoung can sing those parts just as good. But like, if you're trying to do something that's out of her league, but like Twice sings songs that are very easy and don't challenge anyone's range, which means you can have like you can like Jay Hale can leave the group now, and the group would sound the same because there's no part that she's singing that like the other members can't sing, you know. So it's like it's like they're guilty of having too many people who can do that position, but that's fine. It is what it is. But anyway, I'm what time is it right now? Because I thought, oh no, like the adult version's over. Like for some reason, I thought we're gonna get a result of the trial today, but me, I'm kind of spacey, so I keep getting the time wrong, and also because of the time change, I get started so fast. I either think it's like way later than it is or way earlier than it is, and so I kind of forgot what time it was. So I was wrong. Anyway, I want you all to have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. And if you have any topics that you want me to talk about or cover, or like, remember, I am a stand-up comedian. If there's something that you want me to make fun of, say so, and I can. I can actually do a whole video just for you roasting something. I don't mind. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Peace, and don't tell my neighbor.